How's it going, everybody? And welcome to another round of Dan and Frankie Go to Hollywood, where we're continuing our Stallone series. This time exploring the cinematic, godlike masterpiece that is Rocky 3. We're going to be getting stuck into this very shortly, along with our co fighter, our ringside. I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of a boxing thing, but I don't
Like
know enough.
I could be like the Mickey to your I don't know Rocky and Apollo Creed, right?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Mickey here today, aka Liam Underwood, all the way from the UK where it's very late at night. And yet he's staying up just because, we're like, hey, do you want to talk about Rocky 3? He's like, who doesn't want to talk about Rocky 3? I don't know, that's a terrible impression, but how are you doing, Liam?
I'm doing good, thank you. How have you both been?
Ah, amazing.
Just counting down the days until we can talk about Rocky again.
I've watched this movie
Yeah.
twice this year. Like I've seen this movie as many times as I've seen Superman, and more
I
times than
love
I've seen Sinners.
I love that you were so excited with your like after we talked last time that you watched it straight away,
Well,
knowing
I
that you'd
didn't
have to
know.
watch it again.
I I don't know. For some reason, I just felt like watching a Rocky movie, and so I was like, "Look, I'm going to watch the third one. However bad it is, later on I'll watch it again or whatever." But I, yeah, I after I finished it, I was sort of more along the lines of I just want to watch this movie like every day for a year, just to make myself a better man. Um,
Wow.
yeah. Uh, the, yeah. Anyway,
So
we're
okay, wait,
gonna.
wait. No, I feel like we should unpack that because I'm curious what lessons you're taking from Rocky 3 that you think are going to make you a better man.
Just it's. I mean, it's like the first 5 minutes alone of this movie. Like some of the manliest film content I've seen since Deadly Prey. Um, it, just the way that you know, I think it was it both Rocky and Clubber, like, in that opening montage, like sometimes they're punching people and they're getting airborne. I mean,
Yeah.
witnessing things like that does something to a man, it, yeah. Let's dive into this. I'm excited right now. Um, I'm probably going to be a little bit more excited than the two of you about this film, but that's okay. I'm
That's
perfectly
good.
fine with that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Rocky 3, 1982, directed by Sylvester Stallone and written by, I might add. And look, yeah, it's the letterbox thing. Following Rocky Balboa's intense battle with his most powerful adversary yet, the ferocious Clubber Lang, Rocky joins forces with his former rival Apollo Creed in an effort to get back his fighting spirit. I mean, yeah, look, that's the
That's
nutshell
a
version.
that's a weird description
Yeah, it is. It
because it's
doesn't.
kind of the second half of the movie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got a lot to explore in this film. So, what are your thoughts, my lovely co-host people on this delicious podcast? Yeah, Frankie, let's start with you.
Well, it's interesting because this is where we have the change with Rocky and Adrian suddenly being like all posh and rich and
I know.
dressing
And
fancy
educated.
now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
talking
sh
different. He can do his ads now
and
and
her
Yeah.
social
it's
anxiety's
fine.
just gone out the
Yeah,
window. Like, we
I
don't
mean,
need that
it's a little
anymore.
hard to be completely sure because she's doesn't really do anything for pretty much the whole movie. But yeah, she seems like a completely different character now.
She does more than
Yeah.
their kid, though, who they're just like, look, we've got this
Well,
character, we
yeah.
don't know what to do with it. Fuck it, let's just like leave him behind with a nanny or whatever while we go off and
Well,
do
that's what
stuff.
rich people do.
I
They are
know,
rich,
but
fancy people now,
oh
so they have
wow.
nannies.
Yeah, 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 they do. Um, Liam, let me investigate what Liam gave this movie on
Also, I
Letterboxd.
haven't rated it
Three
since I
stars.
watched it on Thursday, so my
Oh, so
rating
now
would
it's
have been
five
from
stars.
like
Yeah,
years
good, good,
ago.
good. Right. Yeah, Liam, what your general thoughts on this film? Like,
Yeah, I kind of agree with Frankie, right, in that this doesn't feel like the same character that we watched in the last two movies. With
hmm
both Rocky and Adrian.
Yeah.
Maybe even Apollo Creed to an extent as
Oh,
well.
totally.
Um,
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
It also feels more like a boxing movie than the
Yeah,
previous two did as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Like it feels like there's a lot more focus on the fighting.
Hmm.
And this one in particular does feel a little bit. I think I said this with the second one as well, though, where the second one I think was like fan fiction of the first one. Like
Yeah.
if you watched the first one, you're like, how would I want it to go if I
Mm.
was Sylvester Stallone wanting to be the
Mm.
star? This feels like him kind of going, right, how do I make Rocky like the best, but still give him a level of character development?
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I just kind of got the impression with this film, like, the first two films were, more sort of character-driven films. As we've said before, the first one is more like a romantic drama than a
Mm.
than a boxing film. Um, And this time round, this was just a big Hollywood glitz action film. And I think that's part of the reason I just find it so endearing is because it was just this cheesy as hell, you know, early 80s Hollywood sports action kind of thing, with just everything was just so over the top. That is not meant to be a Stallone pun, but I will take it. Um, the fact that they've got the okay, so yeah, Clubber Lang played by Mr. T, who
Weirdly introducing Mr. T, even though
it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's not his first film.
Yeah, but this was his breakout film. I
Yeah,
mean, this
but
was
introducing is
before
usually
A-Team and everything.
when they have someone in their first film.
Yeah, it has. I have seen
This
it
was
happen
like his
before,
third
though.
or something.
Yeah, I have seen it happen before where they say introducing when it's someone's sort of big breakout film. I can't remember
But
specific
how, but
examples,
they
but
don't know it's going to be their big breakout film
oh,
when
come
they're
on. They
making
read
it.
the script and they were just like, holy shit, this is amazing. Rocky punches dudes into the air. Like, come on. Yeah, and so the villain in this, Clubber Lang, I just think is such a one-dimensional cartoon character, and I fucking
Yeah.
love him. I am there for him. Like, just and they could not have done a better job than picking Mr. T, who a couple of years later was the author of Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool, which is a book that somebody bought me back in the 90s. And it's it's essentially the best guide to life that I could ever pick up. Like, for some people it's the Holy Bible, for some people it's Tony Robbins. Me, no way. Be somebody or be somebody's fool. Um, and this was the film, of course, that coined the phrase "I pity the fool," which became Mr. T's
I
suit.
do wonder about that because I couldn't remember when the A-Team came out, so I wasn't sure
It
Yeah.
was
where in the
after this,
timeline it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. No, this
But yeah, because I
even
laughed when he said that line.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Even Hulk Hogan hadn't actually, reached sort of the levels of greatness. I use that term very loosely. That he achieved. Like this was kind of like a launching pad for him as well. Like, yeah, this film just has it all. It's oh my God. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to leave it over to you guys. Otherwise, I'm just going to hijack this entire podcast and Frankie, talk us through some things.
Oh, you do a weird style of podcast, and you always put me on the spot, and then
I
I'm
know
like,
it's
I
that
don't know
style
where to
where I
go.
think I'm talking too much. You better say something.
Well, I'm just looking at my notes now because we've covered a lot of things I wrote down.
Oh,
And then
shit.
that comes
Whoops.
up later. So,
Mm, mm,
I did like Clubber Lang's feather earrings. That was
Yeah.
a fun
mm,
style thing.
mm-hmm.
Just the most interesting thing about him. I still dislike this character a lot. Like,
Oh,
I
You're
same. But you're
supposed
meant
to,
get it.
to.
right?
I know, but I like him in the way that he annoys me. So.
Yeah.
But I get that that's the point and that's the
Oh
character.
yeah.
But
Like
it's
I said, he
still,
was just so
um,
one-dimensional. Like he's
Yeah.
just there for a purpose. There's no character behind him. Like we don't know anything about this guy other
well,
than he wants a shot at the title. That's it. Like,
They attempt to draw a parallel between him and Rocky with
mm,
the whole like oh, he has that hunger that you used to have, but you don't
Mm,
have anymore. So
mm,
I think it's one of those things like where they do the telling, not showing. So they tell you his character, but
mm.
you never actually really get to see it.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, which just, and again, like, I mean, I love this movie for all the wrong reasons, you know. I mean, as a fan of movies that are just, so disastrously bad, they're amazing. I wouldn't put this in that category. It is a competently made film, and everything, but yeah, it's just so cheesy. And I
It
love
feels
that.
to me,
Yeah.
it feels to me like this is the one where they've kind of, and it'll be interesting to see if what I'm about to say gets proven wrong or right. This is
Mm,
the one where they kind of finesse the formula of
mm,
what should be in a Rocky movie. Like you have
yeah.
Eye of the Tiger, you have the
Oh,
statue at the top of the stairs, you have a slow motion training montage.
hmm
Like it feels like we've had elements of this in the previous ones, but
mm,
this is where it all comes together as like kind of like how like Friday the 13th became the
yeah.
template for how slasher movies should be,
hmm
taking kind of Halloween and Black Christmas and all that sort of stuff. Rocky 3 kind of I think sets the template of what boxing movies should be.
Oh,
Like should is the right
absolutely.
word.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I even kind of feel like, the whole thing of like the mentor passing away and, having to use that as a uh, you know, thing of revenge and everything. I mean, that's a trope that comes into later films. Was it Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme? Was that the one
Haven't
that
seen it.
Haven't seen
where
it.
his brother was killed and he had to avenge him, things like that. But did you know that Eye of the Tiger, which was written specifically for this film, was kind of an afterthought because initially Stallone wanted another one bites the dust by Queen for that opening montage,
Hmm.
Did not
which
know that.
would not have been
So
anywhere
was this
near as
after the
manly.
script and they went, "Hey, Apollo Creed says Eye of the Tiger 50 million times. Let's write a song
Yes,
about
it does.
it."
I have the tiger, baby. I have the tiger. It's like, yeah,
Which
okay,
sounds even
I
more
get it. Thank
cheesy
you. No, no,
now
no. I
that
have the
like
tiger, man. It's like, oh,
decades of
fuck.
that song
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
such an iconic song now. So hearing him say
Yeah.
it over and over just yeah,
yeah, yeah.
adds to the
No, it must have. It it must have been those lines must have been written after they got the song, if the song was written specifically for the film. But yeah,
well,
I
either
mean,
way.
that's another thing that just made it so goddamn cheesy. Also, you mentioned the statue earlier. That was actually a real commission that they had done for the film, but then it actually, became such an iconic statue that it's now one of Philadelphia's biggest tourist attractions. So yeah, that statue was cool.
It's funny seeing real life things like in the
Mm.
montage they show when Stallone was on the Muppet Show
Yeah,
as a
Yeah.
thing
exactly.
that Rocky did. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty fun.
I love how he's finally like I don't know what did he suddenly learn to read or something because he's like doing was it an American Express ad or something like
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
all confident and everything this time it's like oh, okay like
Yeah, part of the
we're
switch,
there now.
like, he won the title, so suddenly
He got the
everything's
ability to
different.
read punched into his head like afterwards. He's like,
Well, for
oh
all we
man, I
know,
could read.
between 2 and 3, he could have gone into a coma like Adrian did in the second one and just come out a completely different person.
Actually,
I
maybe
hope
that's why she
so.
was a completely different person
Uh,
in this one.
Yeah.
oh,
She
there
woke up
you
from the coma
go.
and she's like, I want fur coats now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, I just love that. I just love that it, yeah, it just feels like a whole, like different characters all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That really endeared me, That's
It's like if they were
Do you-
trying to show that he needed to come back to like how he was before, and they just went too far in making
Hmm.
him different, that he
Yeah,
needed
yeah.
to get back to.
Hmm.
do you think it was a conscious decision to kind of go, right, we've kind of taken this like lovable idiot as far as we could. Now we need to kind of, for this to work going forward, if we want to kind of franchise this, we need
Hmm.
to switch that up a bit. So do you think
Oh
that was an
yeah.
actual conscious decision that was made in the
I
writing?
would I would say yes. Yeah, I think, I mean the first two films were obviously successful. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what he was thinking. Like, do you kind of think, he was sitting there like, "Eh, no one's gonna notice," but we did. Um, yeah.
I think Paulie was maybe the only one that Paulie and Mickey were
Still
kind of
my
the
least favorite
same.
character. I
Yeah,
don't
although he
understand
was
why
really
Paulie's
pushed to the
there.
side this time. He didn't really do very
So why is
Okay.
he
much.
there?
Yeah, I don't. So he could
Something I
smash the
noticed.
pinball machine.
Something I noticed this time. Now, Liam, you've got the internet in front of you right now, ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to do a Google image search on
Okay.
Gold Coast Mayor Tom Tate.
I don't know who that
Uh,
is either.
oh, okay.
Why would I
And
know the Gold Coast Mayor?
I don't know. And I want you to tell me, is that not Paulie, like around the era of this film?
I can see it. I can definitely see that for
I
sure.
didn't even notice it
Yeah,
before, but
some of
watching
the
it this
pictures in
time,
particular.
I think it might be because with my job, like I work in journalism, and we've done a whole bunch of stuff on Tom Tate lately, and so he's kind of fresher in my mind. And I'm watching this film, and I'm just like, holy shit, these guys look so similar. Um,
But do they
yeah.
act similarly?
Oh, actually, yeah, because Tom Tate is an absolute piece of shit. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, there are a lot of similarities.
Yeah. World would be
I
better if he wasn't in it.
yes, exactly. I really hated Paulie in this film.
Yeah.
Although I kind of, but again, in a way, I kind of like the cheesiness of the scene where, they're in the when we first see him, and they're in the parking lot, and
Yeah.
he's all sort of bitching and whining to Rocky about how, he has everything and he's never given Paulie anything, whatever, and he takes off the expensive watch and throws it away, and which I might add, that watch was still sitting there on the ground after they drove off at the end of that scene. That kind of irks me.
Littering.
Well, no, it's just like, some random person's going to come along and go, holy fuck, there's a really expensive watch on the ground. I'm just going to have that. Um,
Yeah, but Rocky doesn't care. He's got tons of cash now.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but again, that just bothers me. But I kind of
Why?
like the end of that scene, where I mean, where Paulie actually thinks that he can fight Rocky physically.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I'm just this little piece of shit who's the mayor of the Gold Coast, and I'm just going to take on the world fucking heavyweight champion, no problem. But then I like at the end where it's just like, can you give me a job? And like, that's all you had to ask. And it's like, oh, really? Like, wow, that was
But
kind of an anticlimax to that whole
You
but
just
what?
thing.
made me think of something. So if he
Oh,
was the heavyweight champion,
yeah.
but Mickey was handpicking people to fight him so
Hmm.
that he didn't get any super intense fights he couldn't win, like, is that how boxing works?
Oh, I have no idea.
That you just don't have to fight particular people, you just pick who you
I
want to
wonder if
fight to
you have
keep the title?
like that you might have a selection of people that are vying that you'd be like, oh, you could fight anyone that's in the, I don't know, top five or whatever. And Mickey's just
Hmm.
like, that's the easiest one.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
know. That's just guessing.
I
But
don't
then
know.
Clubber Lang can just come along and
But he made a very like public
challenge him.
spectacle out of it.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
had the hunger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Um,
back to Paulie for a second.
yes.
What was his arc? Because it starts off
He
where he's really
didn't
like
He
have
did.
one.
bitter and miserable, and then it doesn't feel like that ever gets
That's
resolved.
is that just yeah, he's just jealous and moody, and I don't know why he's still like why he's around as part of the team and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's like when they were getting the doctor and he's like the doctor's on his way and then there's just this really long time where there's no doctor and I'm like, did he actually ask for a doctor? Like, did he just not? Because it was just a really long time before anyone turned up to help. And they
Yeah.
just leave Adrian with him and like, look
Oh
after him.
man, yeah, there's so many things wrong with this movie that are just so deliciously right. Um, can we talk about the fact that this movie, and I only noticed it the other night when I watched it again, this movie actually displays the title of the film twice at the opening of the film. Um, which caught me off guard because you got that opening thing where the Rocky 3 scrolls past
Yeah.
the screen in gigantic letters, which it should, with the Rocky fanfare playing and everything, and you know by then every male watching it has an erection. But then not long after that, after the montage, it then comes up in the bottom of the screen, Rocky 3, and like I'm sitting there, I'm like, hang on, is there something wrong with the Blu-ray? Like, is it coming up with what I'm watching or something? But then it starts with the credits. I'm like, oh my God, this movie is so manly and awesome that it lets you know twice what you're watching. Maybe it's
That's a
because like the
sign of manliness is telling someone something twice.
oh, because it's bold, it's brash. It's just like that, yeah, it's sort of the equivalent of the movie punching you across the room.
It like ma it mansplained the title to you just in case you weren't listening the first time.
There you go. Exactly. Thank you. And not only that, we're treated to three freeze frames through this film, which are just, I mean, it's always, I know they were kind of a staple of, 80s filmmaking back then, but, once is fine. Like, it's like, oh, what a moment. But yeah, we get three in this movie, which is just outstanding.
So are we going
Yeah.
to get four in the next one?
Oh my God. Oh,
Mm.
because it's Rocky 3, so we have
Yeah.
three freeze frames. Oh
Something
my
to look
God, I
out
can't wait to
for.
get to how many movies are in this series? Was it five?
Five plus then five numbered
I mean, in
ones.
the Rocky
Yeah.
films. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
then
Okay.
there's Rocky Balboa.
Oh, that's true. So that was
And then there's
technically a
Creed.
sixth one. So yeah, so there might be six freeze frames in Rocky Balboa. I can't remember. I've only ever seen that once, but unfortunately, I mean, Rocky Balboa goes more into the sort of like more serious
Yeah, but it's also
storytelling
a
stuff.
much better film to make up for Rocky Five.
Oh, which I can't wait to get to
I
now.
don't remember it. I just remember that I just look at my ratings and which
Yeah.
seem to align with everyone else's.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look, yeah, I hope that because I mean, look, if I didn't have such a love of shit movies, I would have rated this one a lot lower than 5 stars, but it's kind of an ironic 5 stars as well, yeah, it's just my kind of movie. But I'm just looking, so with Clubber Lang, of course, was just one of the most bitter people that we've seen in a film. Like he's an angry young man. And I just noticed in Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool, there is a chapter on anger in this book, which was written by Mr. T. And he actually says, "Do you ever get so mad you could explode?" In capital letters. Everyone does. You know the feeling. You could tear an elephant in half. You've got all this energy. Now the trick is not to blow it. Tear an elephant in half. I mean, that's Clubber Lang to me.
I
Like that.
have to say, that's not something I've thought of when I've been wanting to explode with anger. I've never
I
thought I
know.
could tear an elephant in half.
Yeah, I can't say that any time in my life where, things are frustrating me or whatever. And in this pictorial thing here, like he's at a picnic with some kids, preaching the gospel of Clubber, and there's just a fly buzzing around him. And I mean, I'm guessing like he ends up punching the kids across the park. But yeah, tear an elephant in half. That really sums up the character, though, doesn't it? Because
Hmm.
I kind of got the feeling that he could do that. Yeah, I just loved him in this film. Can we? Should
It's
we? Mm,
interesting to have him so full on that makes
mm,
it seem like there's no way Rocky could win. And
yeah.
and like that
Yeah.
first fight, shows that.
Yeah. You're
But
dead, meat.
yeah, obviously he just needed to go back to training how he used to train so that
But
he
no,
could
well, he
fight
Yeah.
needed
better.
to he needed to train like a black boxer. That was the
Mm.
secret.
Of
Mm,
course. Yeah.
yes.
Oh my God, some of those training things, like especially that thing where he and Action Jackson are like standing there and like sort of doing a little skippy dance side to
Yeah.
side, like
In
with
front of a mirror.
Carl Weathers behind him, sort of thing. And I'm just and they're all like oiled up, and I'm like, they're gonna fuck, aren't they? Like,
That beach running stuff
oh my
is
God, yeah.
straight out of a rom-com.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is,
And
isn't
like
it?
when he finally beats him and they're so excited and then they jump into the ocean
Mm.
and hug to
Oh,
celebrate
they're
and
frolicking in the
yeah.
sea.
Yeah.
I felt more romantic connection between Rocky and no fucking whatever Apollo
Apollo.
Hello.
Creed than I did with him and Adrian. I'm not gonna
Mm.
lie.
I
Yeah.
don't even know why
Yeah,
she was there watching him train. Like,
She
they
needed
could
to
have
give
just
him
written
that
her
pep
out.
talk. That's the only significant contribution she has is the little pep talk on the
mm.
beach, where she's
Mm.
like, "Come on, why are you doing this?"
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, this movie's so bad. How
But
about
also,
yeah,
also in that
yeah.
beach scene, that one
Oh,
of the things I love about 80s movies, maybe 70s into 80s, is
mhm.
the tiny shorts
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that guys wear that you don't
yeah.
see anymore. And in this, when they in the first scene on the beach, not only is there tiny shorts, but Carl Weathers also wearing a little crop top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Which
about the crop tops, shall we? Because Rocky had one on as well at some point, didn't he? Like
yeah,
the
well,
little,
his one was extra special because that
it's
was
like a
back
bra.
in the ring training. But his
Yeah.
little shorts felt like bike shorts. They were like tight ones, and
Mm.
then the little crop top. And I'm just like, that's what women wear for training
Yeah,
now, is the
yeah,
little shorts and the little crop top that are tight fitting. So that
yeah.
was different because the 80s thing with the crop tops, they're usually bright, bold colors and loose fitting,
Yeah.
and you wear them at the beach. But yeah,
Hmm.
Rocky went differently. But
Oh
then, of
yeah.
course, later beach scene, well, I guess they may, I don't know if it's because they were going to frolic in the water after, but in that scene, they're just wearing normal singlet, like tank
Uh,
tops, not the crop ones.
I know, but oh my God, that water, and that is of course where we get one of the freeze frames as well in that
Yeah.
moment. Like it was
But
just
it's just so funny. I'm like, if
glorious.
this was a rom-com, like they would have frolicked, done the first hug, and then kind of looked at each other and then gone in for the kiss. Instead,
Mm.
they
Yeah.
just hugged a second time.
Yep. I wonder if someone's actually done like a edit of this film to, something like Glory of Love or whatever, where it's more of a
I'm sure someone
Mm.
has.
yeah. And if
It's
not,
such
maybe
an
that could be
obvious
my
thing.
my project after this. Like, we did the push pop thing.
Yeah.
But that's your
Maybe
thing. Just make a little video for
yeah.
everything we talk about.
Oh my God. Let's talk about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Thunder
Let's not
Lips.
bring, personal bias into this. We all know he's a piece of shit and, glad he's dead.
Okay.
But
I okay. I don't know anything about his personal life, but I don't think you should be saying you're glad that anyone's dead.
no, that was no, sorry. I didn't mean I meant to say people are glad that he's dead. Like if you look on social media, there's a lot of people who are like, because he was a right-wing nut job, like hardcore Trump supporter and all this sort of shit, like very pro-ICE and everything. Like, yeah, he's
Yeah.
not a good person,
No.
Um, but yeah, I loved that whole scene, especially
That was
where
so fun.
so it's this big charity event where they've got I
So is
just
he actually super tall and
yeah.
massive?
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
because I
Yeah,
did
yeah, yeah.
not realize he was
There was no
that big.
CG. Yeah.
No, I didn't think there was
I
CG,
know.
but I just was like, is Stallone shorter than I thought he was,
Oh
or
yeah, no,
is
that was
Hogan
that
like
was that
taller
was
than I
for
thought he
real.
was?
Which is
Um
even crazier when you think that Andre the Giant is kind of the
mm,
equivalent of what Stallone was to Hulk Hogan. Hulk
mm.
Hogan is to Andre the Giant, like, which is, I would love to have seen Stallone versus Andre the Giant, basically.
Oh, you know what he would have done? Like, the boxers have those things with
Yeah.
it. He would have done that with Andre the Science ball sack. Just like
Yeah. He would have been the right height.
yeah, exactly. He wouldn't have
Yeah.
had to like reach up or down or anything like that. Just perfect height. But anyway, yeah. So big charity event where they've got like a wrestler versus a boxer, and so they bring in Thunder Lips. Thunder Lips. What the
Yeah.
fuck? That is the worst wrestling name I have ever heard in my entire life.
That's
But
Um,
why it's so fun.
but
I
all the
mean,
women love
even
him.
even the
Mm.
name Hulk Hogan is like, an awesome name. Like, there's so many brilliant names of wrestlers in
Yeah, but
decades
that's not,
past,
this is
but
not that kind of movie.
exactly, and that's what I love about it. So Thunderlips comes in, and yeah, is all like, like all bravado, saying like, he's the perfect specimen of a male, and women love him, and he's got his little entourage of scantily clad ladies around him, fawning over him, and you just sort of
There's
like,
one line he has that I can't remember exactly, but he calls himself like a molten mountain of desire or something like that. And
yeah, with a
it's
really
so perfect.
bad receding hairline. I mean,
Oh yeah.
now, Frankie, you're a woman. When you watch that scene, do you look at him and just think to yourself, "Oh my God, uh, Pacino, the Guise, all of these people that you fawn over at various points in your life, like screw all them. This is where it's at." Is that kind of your train of thought?
No.
Oh, fuck.
You did just remind me though that they're also in that training montage at the beach and everything. There's a lot of camera close-ups on their thighs.
Oh, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I don't know if that's
ah
I guess it's meant to be sexy, seeing their muscly thighs and tiny shorts, but
I mean,
um
I have such conflicting emotions through this film. You get that opening montage where it's just like, I'm pretty sure I've just grown a third testicle. It is so manly. And then you get to something like that and you're like, am I gay? Like, I
okay,
don't
so the
know.
muscly thighs and tiny shorts does it for you.
Oh my goodness. Um, don't
It
get
sounds like you
oiled
went on
up.
quite a journey watching this, Dan.
Honestly, yeah, this
Just
movie just
awaken something inside you.
These are the lessons learned.
The
Yeah.
yeah, this is what I mean. This movie, it changes you. It really makes you think about your life and stuff. And yeah, I wonder. Oh, did Mr. T say anything about oily thighs in his book? I don't know. But anyway, no. So the charity thing, and so yeah, I think the whole thing just plays out so cartoon-like. I mean, Thunder Lips just like yeah, you know, picking Rocky up like he's absolutely nothing and all this sort of shit and like throwing him into the crowd and all these sort of, typical sort of wrestling things.
Mm,
But I just kind of got the impression it was just like, did, what was it called at that point? That was the WWF, I think, in the early
Yeah.
80s,
yeah.
not the World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you I kind of I'm seeing the WWF logo with the panda, and I'm like, oh, pandas wrestling each other. But no, it just sort of felt like this was, the WWF sort of said to Stallone, hey, here's a vast sum of cash. Could you just like promote wrestling in this movie? Um,
And also make
because
it seem really real. Because
yeah, yeah, yeah,
there's rumors that
exactly.
wrestling's fake, so we just
Yeah.
want you to really emphasize how real it is.
Because they even said that, like, in the dialogue during the fight, I think Thunderlip says something like, like, oh, so you think this is fake or whatever. Yeah, but then of course, like it, has this big turnaround where Stallone's in the crowd, like throws the gloves off, is like, oh, he means business now. Gets back in the ring. Like, I love that bit where it ends up with Rocky picking up Thunder Lips, but you can just see how much he is struggling under the weight, even for
Yeah.
Stallone, where he's just kind of like, I'd love to see how many times he dropped him in outtakes or whatever. Like, that would be pretty amazing. But yeah, that whole scene was
And
just
I like
so
the bit at the
cartoon-like.
end too, like when the fight's over and he comes
Mm.
over and is like, "Hey, good fight," and he's just like
Yeah.
normal guy
Yeah, it
and
just has this
poses for a
total
photo.
turnaround. Yeah, but I also love how Clubber Lang is in the crowd, like in a tuxedo with a big bow tie and everything, and it's sort of like, what? What? That doesn't really suit his character, does it? I mean, I get that it's a big charity event and everything,
Yeah.
but I just like that's what I mean. Like, who is this guy? Like, how does he afford a tuxedo with a gigantic bow tie? Like that is almost like a novelty bow tie. Yeah.
But
Oh
I liked the
man.
line that Rocky had where it's like, hey, can we get that picture while you're being nice? Like
Yeah.
he calls out that Thunder Lips has had like a complete character 180.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, oh man. Hmm. Anyway,
Yeah,
um,
I'd forgotten that was in the movie until it
right,
happened.
right,
And yeah,
yeah,
that I really liked that. That was fun.
It
mm,
was really good. Also, I
yeah,
feel like Mickey had some really good lines in like the first half of this movie
hmm
where I was watching like I don't remember Mickey being this funny,
yeah,
but I think it might be the Thunderlips match where Rocky says to him like, "Oh, what do you think he eats?" And Mickey's like about 202 pounds.
Mm.
And
and
then
then straight
the
away.
comment, yeah, I like that's I liked that a lot.
And I like the look that they share with each other, you know, sort of like,
Yeah,
yeah, that was actually a really cool moment.
Oh, and there was
Um,
a nice little call out to Bob Hope when
yeah.
um he says nobody else would do this much for charity
Yeah.
and Rocky's like Bob Hope would and then he's like,
Mm.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
And that's
Um,
actually one good Paulie thing. Then he chimes in with, well, maybe you should call Bob Hope.
yeah, yeah. Apparently, when they were apparently Mr. T like actually did really injure Stallone during their fight too, like bruised his ribs quite severely and stuff, and yeah, he like didn't hold back. So the intensity in those scenes was actually kind of real, which I
Well,
guess
it'd
is
really be hard to hold back when you're being
to
that
make it look
intense.
realistic. Yeah.
Mm.
That's one thing with these films that I always did kind of think about was like, yeah, exactly how far are they going? Because I mean, you know, so much of those punches look like they're actually landing. I did love though, in that first Clubber Lang fight, the over exaggerated punching sounds that almost sounded
I
like
really
gunshots.
noticed that.
Mm.
Yeah.
That it was like gunshots going off. It was
Yeah.
like and I'm just sitting there like, of course it's this, you know, like for a movie like this, why would you have anything less than
And then
freaking
there were noises too, and I'm like, is that the sounds they're making, like they're grunting or that, for the effort or whatever,
mm.
that's slowed down or something? Or is it an actual sound of a animal or something? And I'm like, did they go
Oh,
Eye
the
of the
growling.
Tiger and bring in a tiger
Yes.
sound? Or is that just like their voices in slow motion or
I noticed
something
that as
really
well.
weird?
Like, yeah, there's these like weird guttural growling sounds and stuff,
Hmm.
and it's sort of like, wow, that doesn't belong. But
Yeah.
you know, this is Rocky 3, so we just let it go. Yeah, yeah, no, that was really bizarre. There was so many things in this movie that were just really bizarre.
Hmm.
And yeah, for that,
But it was
I
very
absolutely love
sad
it.
that Mickey died.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I wasn't oh I've seen it before, but even so I wasn't expecting it, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Mm. He was actually meant to die in the second film, but Stallone decided against it, and then yeah, saved it for this film to, you know, give it at least some kind of dramatic sort of moments because otherwise it was just going to be a straight up cartoon.
Hmm. I
Um,
mean, it was done kind of weirdly, but it was still sad.
yeah, yeah.
Weirdly in
Um,
what way?
Well, I just think it's a bit strange that he's just like, just go do your fight.
mm,
You have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to hospital until I hear what happened in the fight and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And then just
Um,
walk away and leave him there with Adrian. It's too-
yeah. Um,
I hope the doctor came quickly after they left.
oh, look, he probably did if he saw Rocky in those tiny shorts. Should we talk about the character arc of Rocky and Adrian's son in this? Yeah, exactly. I mean, do you kind of get the impression that Stallone was like, "Oh, God damn it, why did I write a kid into this? I can't really do much with him, so we'll just have him in the crowd looking on, and then later on we'll just have him palmed off to someone else. Fuck it."
But
Like,
do you think he was kind of laying the seeds for later? He's like, I'm gonna put a kid in it. I've got nothing for him to do in this movie, but
hmm,
later on,
I
maybe.
mean, that is
I
often the case with little kids, is they're just
yeah,
there to
I
show they have a family life. And
I don't remember. Well, yeah, I can't remember the next couple of films, so I don't know what
I
sort
just
of.
remember Balboa because it's Jesse from Gilmore Girls
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
that's what I
right,
remember.
right.
as the grown up son.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I don't know. Just yeah.
Or Jess. Goes by Jess. Yeah, I was
Ah,
like,
there you
Jesse
go.
sounds wrong. Yes.
Did you know, and yes, I have some fun facts open here. Um, to to get into his condition, Stallone went a little bit extreme with his diet regimen for this. And some people claim that he dropped his body fat to under 3%. And every day, all he was eating was 10 egg whites and a piece of toast. Like, that was all he was eating per day. Apparently, at various points, he was actually getting rather lightheaded on set, which probably is no surprise. But
Mm.
I
That
can't
explains some
really,
of the directing choices.
yeah, I can't imagine eating that every day. Like that's dedication, you know? Yeah.
Mm.
It doesn't feel like
Uh,
enough for to have that physique.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Also, where was Stallone's dog in this one?
Oh,
Yeah,
butt
actually, I
kiss.
didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Fuck, they just wrote him out
Well,
of the
maybe
film.
they're just like, now we have our fancy mansion. We can't have a dog around traipsing mud everywhere.
Or two
Hmm.
turtles.
Or the dog had its
Yeah.
own little mansion built out the back or something. Like that's what I'd rather believe.
Mm.
Um, I mean, fuck, they should have just written the wife and kid out as well, like, and the dog. Like, you know, just retcon the whole story. Um, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Because
no, because Adrian had to be there to give him his pep talk.
Yeah, that's very important.
yeah, I know, but oh man, what do the kids say? They're shipping Rocky and Apollo now. Like, you know, like that to me, that is the true love story in this film. Yeah, I have the tiger, man. I have the tiger. Yeah. Anyway,
I did like
uh,
Apollo as a trainer. Like
oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
he was very good
So,
at
okay,
just, to keep going.
Hmm.
what do we think the significance is of taking this movie from the Philadelphia location to California?
To
It
so they could
looked
have the
prettier.
beach frolicking.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
all for the
exactly.
beach. That was
Oh
it.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to
Um,
have a freeze frame on a beach, and we can't
yes,
do that in Philly.
we want to
So
have our.
Paulie has more to complain about with the hotel that
Mm,
they stay at.
yep,
That's
yep.
because it feels like there should have been some sort of commentary there on like
Mm,
just the the similarities and the differences between the two.
mm,
And it feels like they try and do it, but they don't commit to it. So like
mm,
we're going to show some stuff,
mm-hmm.
Actually, I think it was because Apollo wanted him to go to where he trained. So they went to LA to go to the gym that he went to.
which yeah, which makes sense. But again, I feel like you could have
But I don't know
drawn some
why.
parallels, right? And like
Mm,
I also think it's interesting, like I said earlier, right, that
mm-hmm.
Apollo's whole training program was basically, well, we're going to take you to a gym where it's all black boxers and
Mm.
train you in that way where it's more about footwork
Baby
and
oil.
yeah. I'm trying to think what else they did besides dance in front of a mirror. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think there was anything else they really showed in the gym.
mm,
And
Yeah.
just Paulie complaining,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course,
Paulie is
about
such
the
an annoying
music.
character.
What an
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
film. Something that just popped into my head that's, well, I guess it's related because it's Rocky 3, but I love the bit where Clubber Lang, um, you know, first beats Rocky Balboa and everything, and I think they've like, picked him up on the shoulders, done that sort of thing, and like Mr. T just lets out these three
Mm.
like grunts, and it's just like, why the hell are you doing that? It just sounds really weird. Like it's like he's trying to shit on
Yeah, it didn't seem
or
like a
something.
celebration thing. It
No,
didn't.
just every time Mr. T made sounds in this movie, I was there for it. Yeah, he was just so fucking again over the top. He was extreme, and yeah, I just loved it. Um,
Did you
yeah.
enjoy the scene outside the statue where he starts propositioning Adrian.
Starts macking on his wife.
Yeah,
Oh, did I ever? Oh my God, he's a smooth pimp daddy. He was like, I mean, God, and I'm amazed that she was able to resist. I'm not gonna lie, like especially with those feather earrings. Um, yeah, I mean, did she want to be somebody or be somebody's fool? That's what it
that's a
all
great
comes down
question.
to.
If only there was a book
Yeah.
that could have helped her.
Ah, you mean like 1985's Mr. T's Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool? Like, yeah, which I highly recommend. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Does it have
There's even a
anything
section on
relevant to that?
breakdancing. What's that, sorry?
Does it have anything relevant to that scene?
Oh, probably not. Respect, page 21. There is a thing on respect. I mean, that's there are different kinds of respect. Respect for your parents, respect for yourself, and respect for the world around you. Right now, I want to talk to you about respect for your parents. Yeah, that's got nothing to
Skip
do
that
with
section. Yeah.
macking on someone's lady. Um,
What age
look,
was this book aimed for?
very little kids.
Okay,
There
starting
is
to make
a
sense
there
why
is a
you're getting so much out of
wonderful
it.
there is a wonderful shot there of
Mm.
Clubber and Rocky, and I'm guessing his boxing boots from the film. I don't know. Um, yeah, God, you can smell that from the page. I wonder it should be a scratch and sniff, but like, oh, there you go. That's what Mr. T's
Mm.
feet smell like. Yeah, oh wow. Anyway, there is a chapter called Roots, but I'm guessing that's something else. But anyway, yeah, I think I've said everything that I need to say about Rocky 3. I
I
just
feel like there's still so much more to say though.
oh God, is there ever? Probably.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You guys got any last things that you want to add to this bonfire of a conversation about one of the greatest sports films ever committed to celluloid?
Wow.
What What do you think of the ending freeze frame?
Um, Interesting. I like that it turns into like a weird arty painting. Like that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, no, I actually dug that. I actually like in a serious way. I dug that. I thought like yeah, the two of them having a friendly sparring match and then
Well, you have it set
uh
up as well with Apollo throughout the movie being like, remember, if I do this for you, you owe me a favor.
mm,
And again, I'd forgotten a lot of this movie, so I was just sat there
Yeah,
like,
I didn't
what's
remember
this
what it
favor
was.
going to be? Yeah. But
yeah,
I do
yeah.
remember it getting, I think, called back to in one of the Creed movies.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
Michael B. Jordan asks Rocky what the outcome of the match was.
Mm,
Ah,
yes.
interesting. And is he like, oh, well, we turned into a painting? Um, yeah. Yeah, no, it was cool. It was like, we don't need to see anymore. I like when movies
Mm,
do that, when they just end in a spot where it's like you'll get 50% of people who are like, oh, but what happens? But you get the other lot of people who are like, we don't need to know what happens. That
Yeah.
is a good spot for it to end. And yeah, I actually dug that. Yeah, it didn't give me as many feelings as it did the ocean freeze frame. But those were very different kind of feelings. Yeah. Goodness me. All right. Well, anyway, I've said my piece. 5 stars all day, every day. Love it. Best movie ever.
I will
Wow.
say, I think this is better than Rocky 2.
In a different way. Um, it depends what sort of film you're after. If you're after a more grounded, you know, sort of a
But
character-driven film,
if you want that, watch Rocky 1.
yeah, yeah,
Right, so for me, Rocky 1's still my favorite,
yeah.
but this is
Hmm.
definitely a huge step up from
This
Rocky 2.
reminds me of the shift between First Blood and Rambo First
Yeah,
Blood Part 2, where First Blood was a very serious kind of a, dramatic action film, whereas then all of a sudden he turns into literally a cartoon character because there was
yeah,
an 80s Rambo cartoon series that spawned action figures and all that sort of shit. This felt like that to me. This
yeah.
this felt like it was yeah, they turned it into a cartoon series. And yeah, I just love that. Yeah, cool.
Oh, we got Rocky 4 next.
Oh, we do. I think I'm gonna have to
Fuego.
jump
Well,
in and watch that one ASAP
hang on,
because
Frankie, how would you rate Rocky 3?
10 stars.
Uh, I think I will probably keep it as last time I gave it 3.5.
I think that's fair.
Um, so yeah, I think because when you said that, I was like trying to even fully remember Rocky 2 in my head, everything that
Yeah.
happened. It's just I don't find
Adrian
it
goes into a
as
coma.
memorable. Yeah. Yeah, this is better. As
And
much
they
as I
abandon their
like
kid.
um Clubber Lang annoys me, but it's not the ruin the film annoying that some characters can be. It's just, every time he's on screen, I'm like, oh, it's a bit much. But
Hmm.
I know,
So
of course,
what?
Stan loves that. He's big on annoying characters with annoying energy.
Because I am one.
But
No.
we've heard a lot about what Dan likes about this movie. What do you like about this movie, Frankie?
The bit between the
I
opening credits and the end credits.
I actually feel like Apollo is one of my more favorite characters.
Yeah,
So, at least in the sequels, because I, of course, really like Adrian in the first movie, but then that's it for her, really. So,
yeah.
but I like Apollo. I'm glad that he became a recurring character in the movies because, yeah, I think he's the best. So,
I think we get a little
um,
glimpse of that in the first one, but I think I remember when we were talking about it, saying like, "Oh, I wanted to see more of him," because you've got that scene where he's reading like the hate mail, and
mm,
you can tell that it's like bothering him, but that's really all we get kind of behind the scenes of him, and it's just a little bit where
Hmm.
he's just a bit too like arrogant with it all. So yeah, I kind of completely agree with you, like actually getting him to be more developed this time. But equally, in the same way with Rocky, right? In that first movie, it's established that Apollo has a whole family that we don't see in this movie.
yeah.
Oh God, I love these
So,
movies.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not so much into the world building as into just specific moments and
Yeah,
Mm.
and things happening. Like I'm sure Apollo, went home to his family every night, but we just
didn't
don't
see
get to
that.
see that.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Um,
Imagine that conversation though, where he goes home and his wife's like, "Oh, how was your day?" We frolicked him to see.
So, yeah, I found a seashell. Um, oh man, yeah, no,
I do love that beach montage. That's like, and also when
so
they
good.
start doing that, that's when we get the whole, the proper training has started. We get that
Mm.
music so that we
Yeah.
know it's actually properly happening now.
Oh
And
yeah,
I do
won't be
love when
long
that
now.
music kicks in.
Yeah.
Getting stronger. Won't be long now. Wait,
How would
oof.
we compare this training montage to the previous two? Because I think the first one is just him sort of running through the city, right? And this is the second one, remind me, the one where he's chasing a chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So how does you've got
That
running through the
really
city,
sounds like
chasing
it
a
should
chicken,
be an
beach.
innuendo. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not. How? Oh, look. Honestly, watching the training montages in this film, I actually felt afterwards my abs and biceps and everything were actually bigger and firmer just by watching this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I do feel like the running through Philadelphia feels more of a thing because, especially because it starts in the first film and it's all Philadelphia. But
Yeah.
I love the LA training on the beach. So
Mm.
I'd probably maybe keep them equal for different reasons.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, it's hard to compare them because, like I said, the first two are such more grounded films, whereas, yeah, this one was just like, like wow, we're going places that we never thought Rocky would
It's
go.
it's almost like going into dream sequences, but staying in
Mm,
reality, having a
yeah.
character like Clubber and having this beach training.
What if Rocky 3 was all a dream? Hmm. Wouldn't that be hilarious if Rocky 4 opens up with Rocky, getting out of a bed and like, he gets a call from Mickey. He's like, "Hey, I thought you were dead." And Mickey's like, wah, 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 Batman. Like he's still the Penguin to me. And then he finds out that Rocky 3 was just all a dream because, I mean, a character like Clubber Lang, being that one-dimensional, it would make sense that he was just a figment of his
And having
imagination.
a wrestling boxing
Yeah,
combination.
yeah. It was just all a big sort of fever dream or something. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
man.
maybe he was just in a coma after the last fight.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, exactly. Wow. Oh, we
He
got Rocky
won it,
fan
but then
fiction.
he collapsed into a
Yes.
coma.
This is Rocky fan fiction happening right now. Liam, contribute to this story. What happens then?
So after he collapses and starts having a fever dream with Clubber Lang.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When he wakes up from it, he's like, "Hey, it's a
Oh, so
dreaming
he
this whole
wakes up
thing."
from the fever dream. Well, obviously, I think the next step is he goes to film an advert and he's back to not being able to read again.
They
Yeah, he's
see.
like, I can do the
Yeah.
Amex ad now, and then he
Yeah.
just
Because
then
that
can't.
explains why all of a sudden he's not dyslexic anymore and stuff. Like,
Yep.
wow, we're onto something here. Hmm.
That's why they're
Sylvester
living the rich
Stallone.
lifestyle,
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
Stallone. If you are
frolicking at the
listening
beach.
to
This
this podcast or watching it or whatever, like in any way, please get in touch with us. Drop a comment, Mr. Stallone. We want to know. Like, was Rocky 3 just a whole big thing that he imagined, or yeah?
well,
Because
okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the second one, isn't a big, big moment, let's say, the fact that if he fights, he has a real chance of losing his vision or something in one of his eyes? Because his eye gets really
yeah,
fucked up
Mm.
in the first one, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's not mentioned in this one at all.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
I thought I kept waiting for something to happen with that.
Mm,
Yeah.
Which must be in a different movie or something. Does maybe it
mm.
comes back in the fourth one, or I don't know, or maybe I'm just
We will
thinking of the
find out.
second one and they just decided to drop that whole thing completely.
Mm.
With everything else about his character beyond boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, yeah. No, I think we've really, yeah, we've stumbled onto something here. This is a Pandora's box that was never meant to be opened, and yet here we are. Um,
It
yeah, I
also
can't.
explains the lack of butt kiss, because if he's all in a
Yeah,
dream,
Mm.
you know, maybe when he wakes out of that coma, gets a little
maybe.
butt kiss fuss.
Well, maybe he wakes up with butt kiss licking his face. So yeah,
Mm,
or his
that could
butt.
work.
I don't know, but yeah, look, I cannot wait to watch Rocky 4. I don't know when we're going to be recording that episode, but I've got a feeling that is going to be another movie that I'll want to watch twice. So
I don't remember details on Rocky 4,
I don't remember anything
but
about it.
I
I do remember I really liked Drago, so
Yeah,
it was
I
fun to watch.
remember how the final fight ends.
I don't. Funnily
I
enough,
don't
the
remember.
only thing that I remember about Rocky 4 is the trailer. I remember seeing a movie in the 80s. I don't know what it was. And I remember the trailer focused on Dolph Lundgren, and it starts with a voiceover. He's like, "My name is Drago. I am a fighter from the Soviet Union. Soon I fight Rocky Balboa." And like, it's been how many years is that? Like 60 years or something. And I still remember the voiceover from the trailer. I'm actually later, I'm going to have to go and have a look for that trailer and see if I remembered it
I
accurately.
do remember a bit of him going to Siberia for the training.
Yeah,
I remember
Um,
nothing
just
about it.
just little flashes. I don't remember exactly
I
all the
think he
things
lifts
that
a
he
Yeah.
log
did
at one
there.
point, if I remember rightly,
I hope there's a
in the
scene where
snow.
he's running through the snow in his tiny shorts and his oiled up thighs. Like, yeah. I guess we'll find out. But yeah.
He might
Anyway.
just be back to holy track pants.
Ah, man, come on. All right.
Actually,
Well,
yeah, he's rich now, so he hasn't got his lucky tracksuit or whatever that
mm.
there was a reason, wasn't there, that he kept
No, but he
wearing it
gets
even though there was
Apollo
holes and things.
shorts.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, but he's got to give them back though, because Apollo does
Yeah,
say to
that
him,
was
make sure you
weird. I
wash them.
thought
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
were in a box and I thought he just was like, "Hey, I got these shorts made for you in my colors for you to use." And then there's that weird bit and he almost laughs like he like he's not meant to, and he just realized he was saying a really ridiculous line, and like make sure you give them wash them before you give them back. It's
So
just
what you're saying is he gave him a box of shorts. Uh,
Wow. I see what you did
Speaking of
uh,
there.
ridiculous lines, he gave him a box of boxer shorts. Wow, never mind. Yeah, no, that was weird. I just, yeah, I don't know, kind of
that
like
that just
that.
that just goes with the beach scene. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're running, we're frolicking. Now you can wear my shorts.
maybe he should. Oh, what he should have said to him is, please don't wash them after you worn them,
Yeah,
so I
but
can. So I've got something to remember you. Oh no, ew, gross. And yeah, that's Rocky's ball
that's
sweat we're talking about. Yeah. Anyway, I got nothing more to say
after taking it to that weird place.
after Rocky's ball sweat. I think.
And our
Uh,
sweat, probably.
well, yeah. Oh, see, Liam, you just had to take it to extremes, didn't you? My goodness,
Yeah.
You
there's
know what?
children
Just
listening to
like
this.
any sweat is gross, and you just it's just making
Exactly.
it
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah. All right. What do you guys reckon? Are we done with this rather bizarre chat about Rocky
Yeah,
3?
I'm really sad that we've ended on sweaty boxer shorts. So
Oh, I think
just
I'm gonna
We
say
could probably
sweaty
find
balls,
something
but
else to end it on.
yeah. What would you like to end it
well,
on, Frankie?
no. See, I knew you were going to put me on the spot, and I'm like, we've talked about all these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And all right. Well, we're ending it on the sweaty balls. So, all right. Thank you very much, Liam, for joining us on this one.
Thank
This
you
has
for
been
having me.
quite an entertaining conversation, I would say.
Yeah. It's
This-
it's been educational.
It
I've
has
learnt a lot
been.
about you, Dan.
As again, this movie made me learn a lot about myself. So
Yeah.
yeah, cool. All right. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we unravel with Rocky 4 when the time comes. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, this is a fun journey,
it
and
is.
um, us gathering to talk about it will probably make five not so bad to sit through.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. All right. And to everyone who has been listening to this or indeed watching this, yes, thank you very much for sticking around. Hope you had fun. If you want to let us know what you thought of the glory of Rocky 3, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a comment section below where you can fire away and tell us things. And we will possibly write back to you. Who knows? We've got other things to do, but we'll make time for you. Either that or we're on the socials everywhere. Just go and
And
Google Dan and Frankie go to Hollywood. Sorry, what's that?
email Dan and Frankie podcast at gmail.com.
Indeed. Yeah, so come and say hi. Come and let us know. And for anyone who can drop Eye of the Tiger in a comment like as many times as possible without making it seem forced, we'll give you a special mention on the next podcast episode. So yeah, that'll be something that you'll just love to do. All right, we are out of here. Stay safe, watch lots of Rocky movies, and bye for now.